Welcome back, everybody. I'm Westy with Westy Invest, and today we have a stock portfolio update as of August 15th, 2024. First, we'll take a look at my overall net worth, and then we'll look at the stocks that I purchased over the last couple of weeks. Then we'll jump straight into my Charles Schwab account, and you guys can see with full transparency what stocks I'm actually holding. Finally, we'll take a look at a super useful tool that I've been using to track my portfolio and do overall stock research. So without further ado, let's jump straight to my net worth. So as you can see, my current net worth is sitting at $53,786.74, broken up between my three main accounts. As you can see right there, I have about 35.6% in cash, and then the other 64.4% is fully invested in the market. So let's go take a look at Charles Schwab and see what investments I'm holding. So now that we're here in Charles Schwab, we can take a look at what I purchased over the last few weeks. First one is going to be Kenvu. I purchased 10 shares at $18.61. I then purchased 2 shares of the S&P 500 ETF, SPLG. Then on the 31st, I also purchased 1 share of Charles Schwab at $82.94. Then I had some leftover buying power, and I just did a fractional purchase of Realty Income, and I bought about 16% of a share. Then over the last couple of days is where I've made some really hefty purchases, and those are my main contributions. So I bought 4 shares of CVS, I bought 4 shares of Realty Income, and then I bought 1 more share of Pfizer. And then the next day, I bought 3 more shares of Pfizer, 1 more share of Realty Income, 1 share of SCHD, 1 share of Coca-Cola as I'm working on really building that position. Then I got 1 more share of SPLG, and then I did it's called Schwab Slices. It's where you can purchase fractional shares. I did that with Coca-Cola, Kenvu, and Realty Income. So let's go ahead and take a look at my overall balance. Before we take a look, go ahead and smash the subscribe button. It means the world to me to have people following me on my journey, and it just inspires me, and I hope that the video finds the right person to inspire them to take investing a little bit more seriously. But let's go ahead and take a look at those positions. So as you can see here, my Charles Schwab account is valued at $33,863, and that's spread out across 3 different accounts: my Roth IRA, a rollover IRA, and a normal taxable brokerage account. Now, you're welcome to pause the video at any point in time, take a look at any of my positions, but my largest holding is UWMC. I got into the stock pretty early on, averaging into it over the last couple of years. My average cost is right around $5.50. It's currently trading at $9.12. I get paid about $78 a quarter, and that's just 10 cents a share. My next largest position is Realty Income. They pay dividends monthly and about 26 cents per share, and I have 26, almost 27 shares of that. Next, I have Altria Group. I have 17.5 shares trading at $50, and I'm just about break even though I've owned this company for a super long time. They just have been super consistent at their price, and they do pay their dividends, and it's a company that I'll continue to average into because their dividend yield is at like 7.7%. The next company that I've been averaging into and really trying to build a solid position is Pfizer. I have 25.5 shares, and they're currently trading at $28.69. I am down a little bit, but I'm thinking that is a great opportunity to keep buying more as their dividend yield keeps increasing, and I can keep averaging down and increasing my overall yield on cost. The next company I have is Kenvu. This is a Johnson & Johnson spinoff. I have 21.69 shares, and I'm up about $60 on this. I only bought about $200 worth initially, and then I added some more across the different accounts. As I maxed out my Roth, I had to transition from my Roth into my taxable account, and that makes up a little over 1.3% of my overall account. And now these are some of the positions that I really want to continue to build, as they've been increasing dividends for a long time, and they've been paying dividends for even longer. This is Exxon Mobil, CVS, and Coca-Cola. These 3 I really want to build out to have super large positions, having 20, 30, or 40 shares of each in the next couple of years. And I'm currently nowhere close to that, only having 2.1 shares of Exxon Mobil, 4 shares of CVS, and 3.3 shares of Coca-Cola, which I've recently purchased. The rest of these are very tiny in my account, less than 1%, so you're welcome to take a look at those. But I do practice what I preach, and the vast majority of my portfolio, over 50%, is in the S&P 500, and that consists of Vanguard's VOO. It's 56.25% of my overall portfolio, And then the Spiders S&P 500 ETF, SPLG, is another 1.5% on my portfolio. I also own 6 shares of VTI, which is Vanguard's Total Market Index, and that makes up about 5% of my portfolio. And then Charles Schwab's High Dividend Yield Equity, I have 7 shares, which makes up about 1.7% of my portfolio. If you've made it this far into the video, I'm super excited to tell you about a new program that I've been using to track my investments and do some stock analysis, and that is Snowball. Snowball is a platform that is designed for dividend investors, but anybody can use it. You can link your brokerage accounts like I have here. I have my Fidelity account, then my Charles Schwab rollover, Roth, and traditional taxable account. So now that they're all linked, I can see exactly how much they're worth. I can see where my holdings actually are. So the vast majority, 66%, are invested into ETFs or different funds. And then it also shows you your day gainers, your top day losers. And then if you scroll down, this is one of my favorite sections right here. It tells you the recent and upcoming events. So it tells me that Walmart had their earnings today, that Abivai and Realty Income had their dividend payouts today, and the ex-dividend date for Exxon Mobil was today. Also, if you scroll down a little bit, there is a couple other tools that are dividend specific, such as setting a goal. My goal is to have $1,000 of annual dividend income, and with my annual contributions every single month, it says that I should reach my goal by 2025. There's also tons of different tabs, such as Dividend Calculator under Portfolio, and this lets you break out all of your different dividend payments by the actual day, and it gives you a little sum of how much you're supposed to make each month. So you can see that next month make about $30, and then I have my big month in October making $160. The last thing that I think is super interesting about this is it shows you your overall expected dividends and your yield on cost, and mine is at 3.12% as I'm working on making the transition from a growth portfolio to a hybrid of a dividend and a growth portfolio. You can see that UWMC is a 4.47% dividend yield, but my yield on cost is about 7.3%. Thank you to all those who made it all the way through the video. I really appreciate the support, and if you'd hit the like and subscribe buttons, I would really appreciate it. But until next time, take care. Bye-bye.